It's that she go, no, she must flow. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's that.
When a method is made a static, then the method will be loaded during a class load event, right? As the method has been loaded during a class load event, that means method will be available for you in a main memory, so that is a RAM. So for that reason, it is not required to create object and to refer to that particular method, right? So now coming to the program, I have just declared one class called as a static method demo. In that, I have written a one particular method which is called as a void print, right? So what I told is, for example, if I didn't had this particular static keyword, right? If I didn't had this particular static keyword, if I want to call this particular method, see what exactly this particular definition says. Once you are declaring a class means you are defining some data type, right? So this will be a complete prototype itself. Prototype in the sense physical existence will not be there. This is what we have said when we are defining a class, right? When does the physical existence for this one will come? We said that the physical existence for a class will come if you are creating an object of that particular class, right? So when it was just a logical existence, you have to create the object of that particular class. Then by using that particular object, you need to call that particular method. This was the normal execution. Now what a static method does is, if you have a requirement such that you wanted to execute a set of instructions, that is set of instructions is nothing but a method. Now if you want to execute some set of instructions before or without a dependency of the object, right? If you want to execute a set of instructions before a creation of an object or without a dependency of an object, you can put those instructions and you can make that particular method as a static, right? So once you say particular method as a static, these set of instructions will be executed before loading a main function, right? So by the time it comes to a main function, this method will be available for you, right? So when it is already available, no need to create object again. Why you were creating object? You were creating object to just to make a logical existence into physical existence. Now what I'm saying is, once you make it as a static, obviously the memory will be allocated for it before loading a main function. Once a memory has been allocated for it before a main function, then why you need to create again an object and call this particular part? Not required. So if you are directly calling a method, so then also the things will work fine, as its existence is already there with respect to the main memory. This is what we have discussed till now. I have explained the program in both the ways, one without using a static and another one is with using a static. Intention of a static method is a simple. If you want to execute any set of instructions before loading a main method, you can put all those set of instructions within a static method, right? So without using without a creating object, you can go with respect to that particular static method. Questions. Sir, if we use a static, there is no need of a object, but if we use object, what will be output? See, in this example, the output remains the same for both the cases. Okay, say for example, if you have some static members in a method, then way of execution changes a bit. If you are clear with the whatever example I am displayed now, if you are clear with that, it's okay. We will modify the same program by introducing some static variables. Then we will understand the static methods in a better fashion, right? So any questions with respect to example whichever I have displayed? If you have any questions, post me. If not, we will modify the program to understand the static methods in a better fashion. Keep one thing very clear. This is the static part, right? Once, say for example, in your program, whenever you are executing a program, first you will compile and create a class files. After creating a class file, you will be calling a JVM to work on that particular class file. When you call a JVM to work on that particular class file, I already told you, it will not directly go to a main function. The first thing what it will do is, it will identify, are there any static variables defined? Are there any static methods defined? Are there any static blocks defined? Right? If there is a declaration of those things, right? First, it will mark all those things. First, it will take a static variables. Then it will mark how many static methods have been defined. First, it will resolve all these static variables and the static methods and prepares himself. Like these are the few constants which I need to keep in mind before I go to a main method. This is what indication that we are giving to the JVM, right? After executing, after performing all the actions with respect to a static methods, variables and the blocks, then it will go to the main method, right? So when it is in a static block, there should not be anything like a unknown values. Say for example, if I am writing int x, right? What I mean to say, this is if I am writing something like int x here. Int x is nothing but a variable, right? When it is a variable, I have to put some value into that particular variable int x, right? So what it says is, this is nothing but a variable. If you are writing it like this, then see, I'll just show you a compilation. If I'm writing a can I consider this one as a non-static variable? Non-static variable in the sense, you can put any value into that particular int x, right? Say now if I compile this particular program, prints from a static method. 1 second. Okay. Okay, 1 second. If int declaration is here, right? Now int x is equal to sum 10. Now what I will do is, in this method, can I put int means x value is equal to 15? Right? Now consider things. This is a class and this is your class's instance variable, right? When I say class's instance variable, when it will get its memory, when you create object of that particular class, right? Now what I'm doing is, this is non-static content. Non-static content in the sense, if I create an object, then only its existence will be there, right? Now what I'm doing is, within a static block, I'm saying that x should have a value of a 15, right? Now be clear with the statements whatever I'm saying. Now whether this particular x value, is it depends on the object which you are creating for it. How you will put a value into x? You have to create object, then you have to say object dot x, right? So once you have an object, then only you can put a value into that particular x, right? If you are directly initializing like this, let us see what error it will show. Yes.
Can we use x in static method because it's an instance variable? Yeah.
Yes, that is an instance variable.
So it must be static to be accessed by static method. The variable must be static.
Yes. That is what I am explaining. I am saying that if you have instance variables, those instance variables cannot be accessed from a static methods. This is the conclusion point. I am explaining that conclusion point itself. Right? So the error it is showing, non-static variable x cannot be referenced from a static constant content context x is equal to 15, right? Say what I wanted to convey you is simple. Say for example, if it was a normal method, Can I write a statement something like this? If it was a normal method, can we write a statement something like this? We can perfectly write, because even this method, when you can execute a method after creating object only, you can execute this particular method. It will not be available for you during the compilation time, or it will not be available during a class load event, right? So based on an object only, you will be putting a value here if it was normal method. But if it is a static method, if it is a static method, then it is saying that whatever instance variables are there, that means non-static variables are there, those non-static variables cannot be initialized from a static context. All the static context content will be independent of object, right? Once I say it is independent of object, you cannot put anything which is dependent on the object, right? When I say instance variable, it is dependent on object, that is, that particular value is a non-static value. That particular value will get its value only after creation of an object, right? Did I summarize all these 3 points? It cannot directly instantiate the instance variables. That means using the static methods, within a static methods, you cannot put a value into a instance variables.
Sir,
Yes.
what if we use we put this x is equal to 15 the inside the bracket void print?
One second. It cannot assign the values for non-static variables. Okay. Yes. What was the question?
So the question was, what if we put this x is equal to 15 inside the bracket of void print?
Now x is equal to 15 is inside of a void print itself, right?
Yes.
Now
if
if I compile, it will show me error saying that you are trying to instantiate, that means you are trying to put a value into a non-static variable, right? So within a static method, all the variables should be, if you want to assign any variable, then it should be a static variable. In order to print x, we need to write static int x. Yes, that means then a declaration will be in that particular method itself. Right. Now, my question is something like this. Now, being in a static method, if I want to put value to this particular non-static variable, right? Can I create the object of static method demo, then assign a value to x? Let me write my statement in terms of instructions, right? My intention is created object of your class static main method created obj dot x is equal to 15, right? Here, instead of a print from a static method, can I print the value of x? Is it okay? Can it be done something like this? Will it show any error or will it print a value of x? My question is simple. When this particular object creation was possible in this particular static method, why not it is not possible in another static method? Understood my question? When object creation was possible with respect to a static method called a main, why it will not be possible the object creation in a static method called a print? let me just cross check what might be the output now. Error. Oh, I should not write a x, rather I should write object.x. Printing fine, understood the concept, clear with the static methods. If you are clear, then I will introduce some static variable into this.
Sir,
Yes,
it means that we can call the x is equal to 15 inside this static void.
see, inside a static, if you want to talk about any instance variable, you have to create object, then after creating object, you can use it as a normal fashion. Shall I introduce some instance variable into this program? Yes. See, each and every modification, every change is for a better understanding of the concept, not to confuse. If you are feeling confused, let me know. Can take us some time to explain this particular part, then only we'll go for the modification. My modification is something like this. Static int, now this is a static variable, y is equal to some, shall I initialize it here? No, I don't want to initialize it here. Later, here, now I have created one static variable called int y, right? Now this is the part of a static method. What we have said, when you are in a static method, you can directly access that particular static variable, no need to create an object, right? I will write y plus plus. Observe, I have not initialized y, but I am writing a y plus plus, right? So after this, let me just print the value of a y. I am not using any object reference because it is a static variable. Shall I run the program and cross check what might be the output? What is the expected output? Shall we analyze how execution will happen? Right. All the static variables and the static methods will be loaded during a class load event. This method will be loaded. Right? Then main method will be loaded, right? So under a main method, you have called a method called a print. No need to have an object for that because that is a static method. Once you call a print will start executing. Y will be a y plus plus because y is a static variable. No need to have an object reference. It will be incremented by 1. What was the initial value? If you are just writing static int y, then the static variables will be initialized automatically to a 0 by the compiler. So at this particular point, y will become a y plus plus. That means y will become a 1. So here it will print 1 for you, right? So later you are creating an object of a static method demo. So why you are creating object? Because you have some content which is of a non-static, right? So to access this particular value, so means to access this particular variable, you are creating an object of this particular class. Using an object, you are putting some value into that particular x, and you are printing that particular content, right? So what should be the output? Here it should be 1, and here in this particular system it should be a 15, right? Shall we just cross check? Compiled fine. Got 1 and a 15. Is it clear? Shall I modify a program a bit if you understood this part? Sir, if we can execute a program in one particular fashion, then if we can execute a program in one particular fashion, then why we need another modification? It little confusing, sir. See, writing a program is not a big deal. That means if you are getting a means if you are writing a program just by keeping the output in a mind means you can write in a n number of a fashion. But a programmer, so means who will be having a so means who will be called as a better programmer means if he is able to write a program in a such a manner that it won't take a much of a memory management need to be taken care, and the performance of a program need to be increased, right? If you want to achieve all these things, performance need to be increased, it should not consume a much of a memory, right? If you want to achieve all these parameters, you have to make sure that you are creating a lesser number of objects, and you are dealing with the minimum redundancy of a data. Redundancy of data means you should not have a many number of copies of a data, right? So that is what I have discussed with respect to a static variable in the morning session. I told you clearly like why we wanted a something as a static variable. If you are not taking a static variable, then also you will get the output. See, getting output is not the thing. If you are not using a static variable in the morning session, whatever we have said, we told that it was a consuming a more space, right? A program will take a more space. See, if a program is taking a more space means while loading that one to a RAM and execute, even a RAM should have that much capacity, right? When you are taking a bigger amount of a data into a RAM, obviously its performance will get lowered, right? So when you are writing a program, you have to make sure that all those parameters are taken into consideration. You don't have a much of a redundant data in the program, right? So you are following some memory management concepts, not a wasting a memory for unnecessary things, right? So at the same time, the performance of a program should be a faster, right? When the performance will be a faster, then you are consuming a lesser memory. See, confusions. See, whenever you are hearing something new, obviously confusion will be there. But I'm trying to take up things part by part. I told you what is a problem with respect to normal variables. Then only I'm going with the static variables. If you are happy with that particular disadvantage with respect to normal variable, then there was a no need of this particular static itself. If it is all about space and speed and a static make a program in a less space and fast, then why we need other way other why not go with a static only? See, when you are defining a particular class, I cannot make every variable as a static. What exactly static says? Once you are making it as a static, there will be only one copy. Can you run the show by keeping only one copy? Not possible, right? See, the morning session I declared one class ID, class. So means in that instance variables were there, something like int ID, string name, right? If I'm making everything as a static, then in my college everybody will be having the same ID, same name, right? It depends on a requirement. If you have any variable which takes only one value, only those particular things you make as a static. Why you will make everything as a static? Similarly, when you come to a static methods, here also, if you want to have some instructions executed before loading a main function. Say for example, you are developing some database application, right? When you are developing some database application, you might have some instructions written for a database connectivity, right? I wanted to connect to a DB, right? So DB values remains the same. DB values in the sense some server location you will be storing your database. So database location will remain the same, database name will remain the same, and it's a status ID and passwords will be there for a DB. All these values will remain the same. Now what is my intention is when the things are remaining the same, I can make those things as a static, right? When the things are changing or when a data need to be loaded based on an object, then only I need to go with a normal programming kind of stuff, right? So this was our program which was using a static method, right? Now, coming to our program, can I call my print function twice? Yes, sir, you can call 10 times. Who is stopping you? Call. How many times you want to call, you call. Now, what will be output if I'm calling it twice? Say, for example, here I have done a small modification. Here I wrote something like a 15 plus 1. Right. So, now what will be output? And no, my question is, will it print the statement only one time? Let me just cross check my program, then I'll see whether my analysis is correct or wrong. Okay. Print method has been called. When a print method has been called, y is incremented. So as it was a static variable, it was having initially 0. Now when you say y plus plus, it will be having a value 1 in it, right? Created object. So for that particular object, you are writing 15, and the system.out.println, first time only it will print a 16. Why it will print a 15 if you are writing 15 plus 1? Right, first time call is finished. Second time, when a print is called, y will be incremented, right? We already said means it will be initialized only once. Later, if you are incrementing, the new value will be existing, right? So what was the old value? 1 was there with it. So now when you say y plus plus, this will become a 2. It has become a 2. You are creating object once again. For a new object, once again created object, you are putting a value as a 15 plus 1, right? So what will be printed here? 16 itself will print. Why it will increment this particular object? Because every time you call the function, are you creating an object once again? Now what is my output? 116 to 16. My system will work according to my theory. Hope this explanation gives you a clear picture of what is a static variable, what is an instance variable, what kind of a values need to be included in a static method, what kind of a values should not be included in a static method. Any questions?
Sir,
Why?
as much we write print, that much will be it will print the value increasing by 1.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
See, once you make a something as a static, you keep in mind that that has created only once during a complete lifespan of a program, right? If you are calling it once again, the previous value will be modified. It will not going to erase its previous values. Okay, see, if I want to give you some rough idea, say for example, making something as a static is nothing but putting a tattoo on your skin. That will be permanent, right? If you want to change its value, so means if you are putting a new value, then obviously you will be having a new tattoo at that particular place, right? Until a new tattoo has been put, everybody will be referring your previous tattoo itself. That means what I'm saying is the value put in a static will be a permanent one until and unless you change it. Sir, can you explain how the output came once again? Main method is calling a print, right? When a print has been called for the first time, y will be incremented with a y plus plus. So as it is a static variable, I can directly refer to that particular y plus plus without creating object of it, right? So initially the value of a y will be a 0 because it is a static variable. So once I say y plus plus, it will become a 1. So for the first time, it will print a 1 for me. The next instruction is a creating an object. It will create an object. With respect to that object, you are saying object dot x is equal to 16. 15 plus 1 is nothing but a 16. So 16 will be copied to x. So for the first time, it will be printing a 16. This is the things once you are calling the method for the first time. Second time, right? When you are calling a print statement again, y will become a y plus plus. What was the previous value of y? 1. it will not be erased, right? Because the variable is a static. So this y will be incremented by 1. So now this will become a 2. What is the next instruction? You are creating an object once again. When you are creating an object once again, new memory will be allocated for that. When a new memory has been allocated for that, what a value you are putting into that? 15 plus 1, 16. So next time also it will print a 16 for you. So the output will show something like 116 and a 216. Is it clear? It's doing work of a looping statement, right? See, if I'm calling it a n number of a times, obviously it is nothing but a looping. Here I can write a some for loop. For I equal to 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. Call that print 10 times. Can be done. It will be putting a looping, right? If I write print statement, print method again, now what will be output? This will be incremented to 3, and this will not be incremented anywhere. So this will be a 16 itself, right? Understood the static methods, static variables. So we have a small topic need to be discussed, that is a static block. I think we will discuss in a next session. We have to discuss a static block, and there is a small topic with respect to recursion. We will discuss those two topics in the next class. So in today's morning session and afternoon session combined, we have discussed the static variables and the static methods. Go through both recordings, be clear with the programs, the modifications, whatever we have done, and even in a slide, I think some different example is there in a slide. So you just cross check that particular example and make sure that you understood everything. If there are any questions with respect to any point or any instructions, whatever I have written, if you have any questions, you post those questions today itself. Don't carry it to one next days, right? So static blocks, see, again I'm telling you, once I take a static block, in a static block, using a static block, I'll be writing a static method, I'll be writing a static variable also. You should be in a position to tell me how the execution will occur, and you should tell me what will be output after executing a program which includes everything like a block, method, variable.
Sir, I have one doubt here. Sir, what if you remove the static and here int y?
Okay, here.
Yes.
If I remove static, means if I remove static for this one, now can I say this one as the variable for the class? That means a non-static content.
Yes, sir.
When
Non-static.
it is a non-static content, I cannot write a plus y plus plus. I have to create object of a class like how I have done for the x. So I have to create object of this particular method. Then using that particular object, I need to refer this particular y.
Okay, sir. If we put object dot y plus plus, it will print.
Yeah, but you should have an object, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. If you have a created object for that, then you can write object dot y plus plus, can be written.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Yes, Shubham.
So can we call this static void print method in a different class, in a different classes?
Can be. In that case, this particular method should be public. We have to write something like a public static void print.
If you don't write public, then
This means if you are writing a class within this particular program, if you are writing a class within this program, then no problem. You can directly call a print method.
but sir, it is a static class. So it should a static method, sir. It should be called under only static method demo. Na? How can we call this method in a different class of this program only?
But both the things are in the same this one, right? Same package. Class some ABC, right? One second, I'm not able to relate the things. See, one conclusion I will give you. Even though if you have a n number of classes in a program, n number of classes in a program, once you are making some method as a static, right, then there will be only one entry for that particular method, right? What I mean to say is, okay, we will do one thing. If I say that this is a separate class and class ABC is a separate class, then it should not allow me to create one more static method with the same name.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Static void print. I'm giving a same name like what has been given for that particular method, right? Here I will not write anything. Let us just cross check will it show any errors, because we have a two methods, two static methods with the same name specified. What error it was shown? Reached end of a file while parsing. Did we close everything properly? This is the main method closing. Okay. Right. So now this is a separate class. Did we miss any parenthesis? Class. Yes, it has been closed properly. And then I have a one more class. This is a class opening closing. This is a static method. This is a main method opening closing. This is a closing for the class. So later defined one more class called a ABC, writing the same method called a void print. One second. 116, 216, 316. Okay.
Executed the first one only, sir.
Yeah, executed the first one, but
What if we write a public static void main line in this class ABC? Will it make a different thing?
let us just cross check.
Because I have written class ABC, then I've written main string, and then I made an object and I called the print one, the print class.
One second. Hmm. Okay, okay. Okay. So what it is doing is this particular static method is yes, forgot that particular point. The point is this is the class level method we said, right? Once we are making a method as a class level, so it will completely depend on this particular class, right? So here if I was including a main method here for this particular class called ABC, it was only executing this particular part, because when I was running a program, I was typing a Java followed by ABC. That means whichever class you are loading, right? So in this case, I am loading a Java ABC, right? So when I was loading a Java ABC with respect to that particular class, it was taking a static methods, right? Here, if I am right, see, when I am executing this particular class, right? When I was typing a Java followed by static method demo, right? So with respect to this class, whatever the static method was there, it was a loading only that particular static method, right? So static methods are class dependable. If you have a different class, then a static method will be a different. Good question asked and a good observation need to be considered.